Everybody knows the Honda Accord reputation, the legendary, reliable sedan that people buy and then basically forget about for 10, 15 years. The car that hits 250,000, 300,000, even 400,000 miles with just basic maintenance. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Not all Accords are created equal. Some model years quietly became money pits, plagued with transmission explosions, electrical ghosts, and repair bills that show up right after the warranty dies. Loyal Honda fans bought them expecting stress-free ownership and ended up stuck at repair shops wondering where it all went wrong. At the same time, there are certain Accord years that are absolute tanks, cars that mechanics recommend to their own wives, kids, and best friends. In this detailed guide, we're exposing the worst Honda Accord years to avoid in 2026 and the best years that are still worth buying. One of the worst years looks like a great deal on the used market right now, but it could cost you thousands. And one of the best years is surprisingly affordable if you know what to look for. We'll go deep on each generation, problems, real repair costs, what to inspect, and current market reality. Stick around till the end because I'm also sharing pro buying tips that will save you money. If you're thinking about buying a used Honda Accord in 2026, this might be the most important minutes you watch this month. Let's get into it. Number 3 worst, 1998 to 2002 Honda Accord. This generation arrived during a big transition for Honda, and unfortunately, owners became the test dummies. On paper, these cars looked refined and reliable. In reality, they delivered some of Honda's worst automatic transmission failures ever. The torque converter would overheat, internal clutches wore out fast, and many transmissions completely failed before 100,000 miles. Owners reported the car suddenly losing drive on the highway, slipping into neutral at stoplights, or refusing to move at all. Extremely dangerous. Honda knew about the problem and quietly extended warranties for some owners, but thousands missed the cutoff by a few thousand miles and got stuck with $3,500 to $5,000 transmission replacements, often more than the car was worth at the time. On top of that, these Accords suffered from frequent electrical issues, failing ignition switches, bad sensors, erratic warning lights, weak engine mounts, and premature suspension wear. Rebuilt transmissions often failed again because the fundamental design was weak. Only buy a manual transmission version with full service records and have a trusted mechanic do a pre-purchase inspection focusing on the transmission. But honestly, there are much better choices. But it gets even worse with the next year. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this detailed breakdown, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. We release in-depth car buying guides like this every week. Number 2 worst to approach very carefully, 2001 to 2002 Honda Civic. These years top many worst Civic lists for good reason. The 2001 model has over 1,100 to 1,200 complaints NHTSA, one of the highest volumes ever for any Civic. Major automatic transmission failures dominated, slipping, refusing to shift, complete breakdowns often before 100,000 miles. Owners described the car losing power on highways or stalling at lights. Add in multiple airbag recalls, including Takata issues, electrical problems, exhaust failures, and general build quality complaints. 2002 wasn't much better with over 600 complaints and dozens of recalls. Transmission work often $2,500 to $4,500. Many called these cars lemons or money pits. Even cheap prices today usually reflect hidden problems. Strong recommendation to skip these unless it's a well-maintained manual with ironclad history. Modern Civics aren't immune either. The introduction of new tech brought its own set of headaches. Number 1 worst to approach very carefully, 2016 and early 10th Gen CVT models, 2014 to 2017. The 10th Gen Civic brought exciting new styling and the Earth Dreams CVT for better efficiency, but early years had teething problems. CVT shuddering, hesitation, jerking, and occasional premature failures. Honda issued recalls for drive pulley shaft problems that could cause loss of power or wheel locking. 2016 also had frequent AC evaporator and compressor failures, Bluetooth and infotainment glitches, and higher battery drain. CVT replacement $4,000 to $6,500, AC repairs $1,000 to $2,500.
Later 10th Gen years, especially 2019 plus, improved significantly after Honda refined the programming and components, but 2016 remains one of the higher complaint years of modern years. Enough with the problem years that drained wallets. Now let's celebrate the Civics that built Honda's unbreakable reputation. Best Honda Civic years, bulletproof reliability. Number 3, 1999 to 2000 and 2011 Honda Civic. These represent old-school Honda at its finest, simple, over-engineered, and built to last decades. Late 6th Gen and early 7th Gen, 1999 to 2000, and the refined 2011 models shine with legendary durability. The D-Series and R18 engines sip oil, run cool, and routinely exceed 250,000 to 350,000 plus miles with routine maintenance. Minimal electronics mean fewer things to break. Repairs are cheap, parts are abundant, and mechanics love working on them. Which Civic year are you thinking about buying? Comment below, I read every one. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more buyer-saving videos. Number 2.
2014 to 2017 Honda Accord.
These years are where Honda fixed the 2013 problems. CVT programming was improved, internal parts strengthened, and failure rates dropped significantly. Electrical issues were mostly resolved. Brakes, suspension, and overall refinement got much better. You get modern safety features, good fuel economy, and solid reliability without the early adopter tax. These are excellent daily drivers that can easily go past 250,000 miles. Number 1. 2020 to 2022 Honda Accord. By 2020, Honda had worked out all the early 10th generation issues. Engines, both 1.5T and 2.0T, received updates that solved oil dilution problems. CVTs became smooth and trustworthy, infotainment and driver assists finally matured. These Hondas strike the perfect balance: comfortable, efficient, tech-loaded, yet still very reliable. In 2026, clean, low-mileage examples are still reasonably priced compared to newer models. This is the modern Accord done right, the one mechanics feel confident recommending. Final advice: always get a pre-purchase inspection, check service history, test drive thoroughly, and avoid the temptation of the cheapest car on the lot. There you have it, the Honda Accord years to avoid and the bulletproof ones worth buying in 2026. If this video helped you, drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share your own Honda story or the year you're hunting in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next video.